Hello my dear friend, I am Moonlight and this is the second part of a leisurely walkthrough of Terraria. In the previous part we set things up, crafted our first armor and weapons, also died quite a lot, very much times. I'm a little sick right now, as usual right before Christmas, so I apologize if my voice is a little off. On the 11th day I dug a small fishing pond, decorating it with some wood. I also filled a puddle near the house with water. In the evening I decided to build some kind of arena, to make it easier for us to beat bosses and fend off invasions. In the center I placed a couple of campfires for buffs. It was already night when I decided to check the Angler's quest. Nevertheless, I think that we could complete it. I quickly crafted a fishing rod, grabbed some bait and descended into the mine. The quest fish didn't want to bite, so I thought it might be better to go deeper. Unfortunately, luck didn't favor me either. While I was fishing, the next morning brought me an extremely pleasant surprise in the form of an invasion of goblins who were going to kick my head. Of course, I immediately went home and began preparing myself physically and mentally for what was to come. Just as I was about to buy some bullets, the goblins killed the gunsmith, and soon I was after him. After 2 deaths, I found a harpoon, which was a pretty good weapon for my skill level. The main thing was not to miss, or its projectile would fly far away and it would take quite a long time to come back. To say it was humiliating is to say nothing. While I was looking for someone else to kill me, I discovered that all this time I had been keeping a treasure trove of good stuff in a chest under my house. By noon I was only 40% from the invasion. I had already counted over 10 deaths. By 2 o'clock my house had turned into a graveyard. I finished fighting the goblins at 9 o'clock, already at night. Unfortunately, I hadn't gotten anything valuable from them excepting that harpoon. I began to clear the graves, killing the ghosts that emerged from them one by one. I emptied my pockets of junk and more else. I gathered everything I needed for the bed, made it, and on the morning of the 13th day I set out into the jungle. I found the main slope of the jungle and cleaned up it a bit. Then I made a small room from dark wood and built a background for it. I set up a bed as a place to sleep and also left the chest we found so there would be a place to unload the junk we didn't need. When I got there, I was not very welcome as I immediately sensed slimes and devourers, but I also found a treasure room. Going down a bit lower, I found another treasure room with a green gauntlet that increases melee speed. Shortly after that, I found death. As soon as I went back down, I got a few stings and poison, from which I safely withered away. I decided it wasn't that easy yet and went back home, taking everything I needed from my chest. In the evening I decided to gather my courage and kill the Eye of Cthulhu. I bought some bullets, drank some potions and summoned it. I almost killed him, but towards the end I got stupid and for some reason kept trying to hit him with a harpoon, knowing how bad I was at accuracy. I died when he had 200 HP and I was about a meter away from the nurse. Wanted to try again, but I realized I didn't even have enough lasers to create a summoner. After a moment's thought, I just went down into the mine. Here came the 14th day, and with it the continuation of burying ourselves in the mine. We didn't have much further to go as we could already see the lava. As I was filming this, on another day, gifts began to drop from the enemies, for we were approaching the most beautiful holiday of the year, Christmas. On the way I came across two golden chests, but there was nothing interesting in them. I started digging deeper and came across lava. A little to the right I made a hole and raised it so that it would not interfere with digging. I came across a pile with spiders, which will be useful for us in the future. Got to the level with lava in the background, I confused it with the beginning of hell. Successfully started digging to the left, thus creating another slope. No problem, I'll fix it someday. Just kidding, I'll actually forget about it. I finally got to the hell and remembered that I needed to upgrade my pickaxe to be able to dig hellstone, and also to grab the hell forge. After that, I went back, looked at the crafts and calculated how much I would need. To be exact, 142 bars, or about 450 ore. Fortunately, there's a lot of it out there, so we shouldn't have any trouble gathering it. I was going to fight with Pulse's brain, but then I remembered that I need a better pickaxe. Yeah, again. The 15th morning began with the clearing of my pockets, and another trip to the jungle, this time to get something better, for I could not go on like this. I went down and started mining everything that moved and everything that didn't. I killed eaters, hornets, spiky slimes, also gathered some jungle spores. And now I was just getting ready to make a good sword for Chakra, when the chat wrote that the eye will visit us again. There's no way that the monster wants to leave us behind. Well, nothing, I tried not to think about it, I thought, and safely died from another devourer. So it's fate, I thought, and as soon as I was revived, I flew home, but it was too late, because the eye had fallen asleep. Since I had already drunk the potion, I decided to summon him with the summoner I found in one of the jungle chests. Finally, on the 15th day, I was finally defeated. There's a reason I made myself a golden bow and some infernal arrows. Shield of Cthulhu, which was dropped, will be very useful in other battles with bosses and not only. As I continued to clean out my inventory, I decided to see what we could do with the extra accessories we found, and I thought to sell some of them. I took some money and went to the goblin who had settled in our jungle to buy a workshop from him. It wouldn't have been me if I hadn't missed the descent and didn't arrive to a beach. Went back and lost more than half my health, but I got there. Set up a few torches as markers so I wouldn't lose the entrance again. Bought a workshop from goblin, set it up there and made spectral boots. I went down into the jungle with a new outfit and decided that this time it was necessary to gather everything needed to make a sword. A little further down I found the railroad tracks and to the left the jungle dungeon. Going down next, I came across a tree at the roots of which I found a shotgun. It shoots as bad as I do. There was another granite biome. I died near it, again from poison sting. I left a few things in the chest, made torches and returned to the fight. I successfully returned to the place of death and got my 5 gold coins back. I lived a half of minute after that, before my head was crushed by a boulder and I lost them again. How very much in my style. I was not discouraged and went down again. On the morning of the 17th day, I returned to the goblin, where I decided to make a new level of boots. But then I remembered that we hadn't yet another accessory, Eglet. Never mind, we'll find it. I took the workshop, all the necessary items, and went home. Emptied my pockets and made myself a chakram and a jungle sword. Look at all the butterflies here. It would be a sin not to collect them all. They are pretty good fishing bait. I looked at the wanderer's wares and, a bit disappointed, bought a painting only. I bought some ammunition and went to the left to build an arena for the next boss, Brain of Cthulhu. I set up a few rows of platforms while fending off the spiders that kept trying to stop me. Set up some torches, almost safely going to my ancestors. A few campfires for regeneration. This game won't let us finish our business, because now the blood moon has appeared. Well, in the hope of dropping the piggy bank out of these guys who shows up tonight, I'm going to farm it, of course. Unfortunately, except for a black lens and a necklace of teeth, we haven't taken anything, so I decided to clear my inventory of unnecessary stuff. A new morning, a new attempt to advance the story and kill the brain of Cthulhu. I didn't bring any bombs or a new pickaxe, so I went home and made some sticky bombs to have a better chance of placing them where I wanted to go. Believe me, I know, I need them sticky. And now you can watch me, an all-powerful warrior with no potions or buffs, get killed by Cthulhu's brain in a matter of moments. Since we've knocked out the necessary material from the eyeballs, I've made myself a new pickaxe, so we don't need bombs anymore. Oh my gosh, look, the ladybugs have surrounded the nurse. We should save her. And later we can use these insects as good bait.
Yeah, boy.
I decided to get a little stronger and craft a new outfit made of hellstone. I went down to hell, but on the way I noticed that my descent was crooked. So I fixed it, and a little next down to hell I died because there wasn't enough water. Great. We are not discouraged, so we quickly fixed everything and moved on to new heights, as we need almost 1,500 hellstones. We made it surprisingly fast. I would even say it was harder to gather obsidian. Even though we need 3 times less, since we still had some obsidian ore at home. The entire extraction of everything we needed took us until the morning of the 9th day. I went back down to hell for a moment, as I had forgotten to bring the hell forge with me. I replaced the normal one with it and melted 164 bars. I also made myself an obsidian skull, so I wouldn't forget. Of course, the new armor didn't take long to arrive, increasing our death points by 9. I also made a imp staff, a pickaxe for fast digging, a sword with a bigger attack, and a new bait net to catch things from hell. For any cases, I also made a molten hammer axe. For a complete set, I decided to make a new and better bow. Why not? In the evening, we visited a merchant again, from whom we have taken a painting and an accessory for the phone in the future. Towards evening, with the new powers and new armor, I decided to try my luck again with the Brain of Cthulhu. Broke 3 hearts, from which we got 2 necklaces, a spear, and once again no one glowing hearts. Called our friend the Brain. Of course, I foolishly died when he only had 900 HP left. No big deal, I said, and decided to go fishing, at the same time trying to catch the quest fish. I went to a winter underground biome along the railroad tracks, found a nice pond, cleaned it up a bit, and started fishing. Since we were constantly hampered by icy beds and slimes, it's not so hard to guess that we couldn't catch a quest fish. Went home in the morning, put everything in the chests, and went down to find a body of water in the regular underground to catch at least one quest fish today. We will try to catch 2 fishes at a time, to have the second one for next quest. It didn't take long for the quest fish to arrive. I put it aside, because if we already have one quest fish in our inventory, we can't catch the second one. We caught it almost immediately. I went home and gave the fish to the boy. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything interesting from him. I decided again to try another fight with Brain of Cthulhu. And guess what? It's slime rain again. We are really jerking our chain. This time we handled them with easy, so the king slime soon came to us as well. Quickly dealt with him too. Again, nothing interesting for us from drop. Since I had originally planned to kill the Brain of Cthulhu, I should at least try to defeat him. That's self-evident. I took some potions, 15 vertebrae and some powder. Made it to altar and fun began. Yay! Finally another boss behind us. Unfortunately, again, nothing interesting came out of his drop, but another stage passed. Hey buddy, this series of our walkthrough has come to the end. And you, my friend, if you haven't seen it yet, watch the previous video. Also, press like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed what I do. And don't forget to write in the comments below what you would like to see in this long walkthrough and not only. All the best to you!